Some say Formula One isn't really a sport. What sport has stadiums that span seas? Or revels in driving rain, blazing sun, and blackest night? What sport makes even Vegas stop and stare? Sure, we have passing and curveballs and even the odd dive. But for us, the back of the net is no place to be. Breakpoint is rarely an advantage, and halftime, we do it in no time. Our kit saves lives. Our goals change futures. Our slam dunks echo around the world. And our big game, we do it 23 times a year. This is no ordinary sport. This is Formula One.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back. We are in round 8 of the equal tier on season 4, and this week we are in Hungary. Welcome, Trev.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2.
Sounds
is this thing on? I'm just
beautiful.
I'm just checking that, unlike Sid, who's so jealous, who obviously muted me for 20 laps of the realistic race last week. I just thought I'd just check that people can hear me. You know what Sid's like. He's very jealous.
Shocking. There was a massive debrief. He got handed a written warning for that.
As he should do. I've no room for that kind of behaviour here.
No, absolutely. So we are on to round 8 this week. It is Hungary. Monaco without the walls, as it is dubbed by many. Personally, I think it's quite a nice track to race. Could be very temperamental with the weather. We never know what you're going to get around Hungary. As we're just waiting for this time to go down, we shall tick over to the equal tables and have a little bit of a detailed look. Kenyan is leading away, 142 points, a 10-point difference from P2, which is Hound in the Ferrari. Dodo's is then just over 17 points off. He's in P3 and 115, tied P3 with Night Owl. Vale is just creeping up behind on 108. JB7 is also into the 100s. Then Mikey is down into P7. A little bit of a bad race towards the end of the race last week from Mikey, if I remember, around Spain. And we got Raza, Syrah and Rubber Duck completing the top 10. Fairly close throughout. Cedric down in P18, as mentioned shortly ago. He's going to have a nice battle, and he's got a good chance after a driver of the day last week. So, and then constructors, McLaren 187, and we do have rain. We do have rain around here. Looks like it's going to be intermediates. Hopefully we get a nice weather update soon.
Yes, if somebody can give us a weather update from the pits and just find out whether or not we've got a clear party chat both ways and neither of us are crackly, please.
No. It sounds nice through my feedback, what I can hear, so hopefully it's the same for everyone. So yeah, McLaren lead the way as the equal table. Probably suggest with Kenya sitting in P1 is going to have a good chance sitting at the top. And then Haas and Ferrari complete the top 3. So I think now we're just halfway through this race. We'll be halfway through our season. 15. We're round 8.
Yes.
7.5 races each, technically.
So yeah, around halfway through the race. Yes, indeed. Yeah. We've got some predictions in the chat already. Skutek saying Blitz to DNF before the round of pit stops. Matt saying
is that a prediction?
Yes, Blitz to Q3. So we've got some confidence. Some, not so much. Evening, Maestro.
How are we doing? Happy Saturday and welcome. Thank you for joining us. Here's intermediates weather. J7BP is out first in a Red Bull.
Jono is out on softs.
He's not out on softs. Why would you
He
go
is
out on
softs.
Jono?
You madman.
I mean, going out on inties when it's dry is something, you know, is understandable because you can still grip, but softs around Hungary in the wet. Is a thing. Do we have any weather update here?
No, I'm beginning to wonder if anybody can hear us.
Can we have a weather update, please? Sorry, didn't realise that. Do apologise. Thank you, Maestro. Just making sure everyone got a good old look at the equal tables and constructors there. Dry end of Q1.
I'm assuming that from that then the base is dry as well.
Yeah. After the shower it is dry. Okie dokie. J7 is the first one. Ramsey coming up the hill. Normally a fairly fast sector. Round sector 1, but it's going to be slowed down with the weather. We've got Aston Martin round. Round or stops, I'm not sure, but there are yellow flags. Is that Scootex? Oh, he's going again now. That's fine. Just make sure I was standing still incredibly long. I do know that Hungary's got some of those curbs. We've seen it before. You can get beached on these curbs. That is the only time that you are allowed to reset to track if you are incapable of getting yourself going again. There we go, J7BP round the final sweeping corner and across the line for 124. God knows what that means at the moment. That was a Ferrari, was it? Or was it an Alfa Romeo?
Oh,
it is
no.
Blitz.
Jono has invalidated on his soft tyres.
Not surprised. Surely we're going to see John over in. That's got to be a premature mistake.
Nope, he's staying out.
Doesn't look like it's going to dry up that quick. Scootex was round. So who is the Haas? That is Cedric Outlap. He is also on the softs.
They all gone mad.
Do they not see the rain looking out, or their engineers are not telling them like porcupines?
I was going to say, unless the Delta's telling them that the softs is quicker, but I mean...
Oh, it's this round. That's just... There's just no grip. Definitely into turn 1. I mean, I don't know when this...
Oh, Jono's in the wall. He's out.
Jono's gone. There's the soft tyre wrist that we're running at the moment. There's a couple of drivers on it as well. We lose 1 already with no time, so they will plummet to the bottom, which means we will lose another 2. There is only 18 on the grid this week. Just interested. We're going to stay with Sid just to see how difficult. I normally say that you know the track's definitely not ready for softs because you see those ripples. You don't normally see them, and not until a little bit after rain, but it's a fast sector 2, in and out, and heavy onto the brake.
I swear there was a puddle in the middle of the track there, Sid went past it.
It looks wetter now than what it was when they came out. As they come round the final corner, it does power down. He's going to be a 127.7.
So 3 seconds off the pace then.
And there is no one else doing too much at the moment.
Jono was busy walking back to the pit lane.
It's too wet for the scooter, you have to walk.
Now, strangely, Scootex is out on the intermediates, and yet the track does look drier now. It's still
Yeah,
raining a bit.
the texture, or yeah, the sort of the texture is from our point of view on that road looks a little bit different now.
Yeah.
So it does look like it is drying. Oh, and there's still a little ripples as J7 fires the car around a final corner. He doesn't improve, he's slightly down in his time. As it looks like it stopped raining. Those soft tyres were probably out a little bit too early, or there's no fuel light from Sid, so maybe he's just trying to get a little bit of an extra run-in round. Obviously a costly run-in for Jono, but you know he's going in now.
Well, Sid's now felt like what the softs feel like with little grip, so you'd expect him to bang in a pole lap once he has got grip. Surely that's what he's thinking, right?
Well, I'm not going to. I don't know what they're thinking. I thought it was a little bit
Scootex has
crazy that they
abandoned
came
that
out.
lap. Scootex has abandoned that lap, so I think he's realised as well. Now it's dry.
Yeah. All these guys will be coming in now. We're going to see a few guys coming out. That is a Ferrari coming out.
Somewhat ironically, everybody is coming in. Matt has just left the pits on the intermediates.
I was trying to work out what's going on here. I think there's like April Fools or something in the pit lane, or we missed something.
Yeah, I think they've had a meeting. They're going, let's confuse the commentators. This will be funny.
I mean, it's just been absolutely polar opposite to what I expect. The softs have come out when it's raining. The in says now it stopped raining. Matt's come out 2 minutes after.
What's going to be their next joke is midway around the formation lap, are they all going to go and drive and hide behind one of the barriers, and we'll wonder where they've gone.
It said it stopped raining as Matt came out.
Yeah.
Matt shouted in the party. Typical Matt. It went from raining to bone dry in about 4 seconds. So what was if anyone can hear me, what was the soft idea when it was quite obviously raining and a very wet track? Because everyone done about 3 laps on the softs and it still was raining.
I think that's aimed at you, Sid.
Basically.
Yeah. Oh, Matt's come back in as well.
The softs weren't great. The one that set the time was down the bottom on our P5, so slowest out of the time set, and the other one is in the wall, walking back to the pits. So
right.
Let's find someone who's actually putting in, say, decent time. Ravadak is purple sector 1. No surprise there. Softs, first soft runner on the dry track.
Maestro has gone out on softs. Somebody with sense.
Nice. Rubber Duck coming up to the final couple of corners. You've got the swooping left-hander. You just have to avoid the inside. It will spit you out. And then you've got the swooping right-hander that if you don't get it right, it's going to cost you a lot of time.
Master is out.
And Rubber Duck, there is a time difference. We do nearly have 3 second time difference. Who is next? Outlaps Cedric. Is he further around than what we have a midfield Maestro? He is. So we'll sit on board. To be fair, Matt, I'm not surprised you're running in a Ferrari team, so I'm not surprised there's that confusion.
Did Drew Master desync or did he crash? Because he suddenly just said has left the session and his time has gone down to P14.
Not sure.
Didn't see a yellow flag.
I'm unsure, but unfortunately if it is a DC, we get them quite regular. Sid's coming up the hill. We do have purple sector 1. He's 4.3 seconds up, apparently, the end of sector 1. On that notion, he should be absolutely flying and putting this on provisional, or on P1 in Q1 anyway. Hound 115.891. Hound rapidly coming down now. Sid comes around sector 2, which is what I describe like a roller coaster. In and out all the time. Oh, he's right on the line. Into the first swooping corner, avoiding that inside curb. Tucks in very, very nicely. He's going to line it up. Power down as early as you can across the line. It's going to be a 117.280. It's sitting P2. Midfield Maestro. Was that Raz is just starting his hot lap now? So midfield Maestro. Round the final corner, crosses the line. 116.4. Then it's Vale, hot lap. And then followed by a Ferrari, which is Hound, who's going slow. And a Mercedes, which will be Dodo's outlap. And then back down to Matt, who is on the right tyre compound now.
He's a clever sausage.
Takes a bit of time, but he gets there eventually.
Exactly.
He stuck his little bit of paper out of the garage and didn't see any drops on it, so...
Oh, excuse me. Further back, Raza Gamer has invalidated his first hot lap.
Here comes Matt round the final corner. And climbing up to across the line and sits behind Cedric into P4. Go down to the Haas of Vale. No, he's definitely got the pace to do this. No, it's not Vale. Hound retired in the pits. Happy. I think that is Razza. Razza's in the pits, invalidated.
Yeah.
It will be now Vale. Around the final corner. One and done, I've heard that's what they call him. Can it be that in quali? P2 should be enough to be easily through into Q2.
I think Dodo's will be next, I think.
It is Dodo's, I believe. Yep, the rest of the outlaps. Or just starting hot. Round final. Got a 116.239. No one apart from Howdy into the 115s at the moment. Think it is now. It is Kenyan.
The game is telling me that he's at a purple sector 2. What?
It's probably a high chance of that being right.
Yes, I would think so. It's not often we can rely on the game being right, but...
No, when Kenyan and the game are involved, normally it's right. And there we do, 115.521.
Well,
it's Kenyan
all,
into P1.
He is the 3 times equal champion. So
absolutely, and leading away with a 10-point gap as it stands.
It's to be expected.
Anything else, we would be shocked.
Disappointed, I think, really, is fair explanation.
Scootex, final corner. 115.888. Tracks
him as
maybe.
Mikey.
There is Hayes up into P8 as Mikey goes into P5. Drivers are crossing the line thick and fast now. Night Hour is just starting. So let's keep an eye.
Moved up to P9.
As 2 minutes 30 left. The guys that are just crossing the line now, that is their Q1 over with. I believe it is Ninetown now. No time set down in P18. Attempting his first hot lap. Going strong in P4 in the driver's standings in the Williams. Going to continue a relatively good start to the season by his standards. He's got some mighty people ahead of him in the table. As every corner you go around Hungary, you're just touching every single one of these curves, it feels like.
Yeah.
Some of them are a little bit raised, some of them not. And then you've got this little bit of a gutter on the left-hand side, and then onto the right-hand side as you come around the last couple of corners. Just slightly go in, so if you catch him, that's what makes the car go. So he comes around the final corner, and he's P8. We have Cedric, Matt, and Rub Duck.
7BP is just coming around the last corner now to improve on his time.
He goes P2, splitting Kenyan and Skutex. Dreams is slow.
He is off the track.
He is. It's going to have to be now or never for Dreams.
Yep.
Raza is in sector 2, and then we have Cedric, Matt have just started their outlap with Rubber Duck in just about to start sector 3. So I think we are going to focus on, it's going to be Raza Gamer, who we're going to be watching. These guys, it's now or never for these ones. Need to set a time. Hayes retired in the pits in P10. Fairly comfortable. He's going to be safe. Should be sitting P10 around that time. Raz around a final corner. It's P12. Could be 12. It could be a bit of a risky one, that one, depending on what the guys do behind. Here we go then. OTC Dreams leaves this one. Into the final couple of corners now. The sweep and the left hand needs to get it right. It will cost you some time if you get it wrong. Try not to go deep, hugging the wall. Power down. Make sure you're not invalidating the right hand side. This one 15.8 goes P2 for Dreams. He's comfortably free. Oh, Cedric's just on the cusp at the moment. He didn't improve.
It's only Rubber
He's
Duck
on the cusp.
So Rubber Duck needs to improve by just over a second.
Stay on board with Rubber Duck. He comes round the second to last corner. Is he going to dislodge Cedric from P15 and get himself into Q2?
No.
He's not.
Oh, a 10th.
So yeah, Cedric is through the skin of his teeth into Q2 in 15th place. Just run through who we lose very, very quickly before we take a very small break. So we do use Jono for running the softs in the downpour that we had and has ripped off the wheel. Remaster, we lost on the intermediate tyres, and Rubber Duck just out after one last ditch attempt in Q1. Take a short break. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Welcome back. Welcome back. It is sunny. It's a better looking Q2 than it was a Q1. As we're just joining now, there's a couple of guys out. Showtime Vale is leading them around. So we have both Hasses into Q2, both Alfa Romeos, both Ferraris, surprisingly, both Aston Martins, both McLarens, and then a Williams, AlphaTauri, and Red Bull, and Merc.
Excuse me.
So while we're just waiting, shall we discuss the faults of next year? Them changing the opening race of the season, which I've been a big fan of, from Bahrain.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, I don't get why they've done it, but they're going to Australia as the first race of the season.
Yeah, I'm trying to
So that means for any Europeans, the first 3 races you're not going to watch, because I think it's Australia, Japan, and then China.
Yes, I think it is. I think you're right.
So then no one, unless you get up stupidly early, no one's going to watch the first 3 races really from England anyway.
There are those that will, and
yeah,
as is their want, it would not be me.
No, I enjoy watching it, but I'm not getting up at silly o'clock to watch some cars go round. Not with the way it is lately as well.
No.
If there's a little bit more competition in it, it may persuade me to. But yeah, I'm a big fan of them changing. You're going to hear him complain, James. I'm a big fan of them changing from Bahrain to something else, because I think it's become very mundane as an opening race. But I'm not a fan of it being Australia. And that's not because of the time difference either. I just think it's another little bit of a... I think it just needs to be a little bit of jazzy for me. Your opening race of the season.
A little bit what? Jazzy, did you say?
Jazzy. Yeah.
Okay. What, so in New Orleans? Is that what you mean?
Well, something that's got a little bit of spice to it, you know. Even like a Miami type thing. Opening race of the season, Miami. It's got the glitz. It's going to pull everyone in.
Yeah, but let's be honest. I mean, that opening one at Miami, that was just cringe-worthy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not saying... I mean something along those lines that's got a little bit of...
cheerleaders.
Bit, you know,
cheerleaders.
Spectatorship about it.
Well, me and you get with spandex on, go over there, jazz it up a bit.
Ted Kravitz walking up and down the pit. Oh, is that the Las Vegas one, Dreams? That's just stupid. That's just... the whole Las Vegas thing is just ridiculous. The fact that they run a stupid night race just to accommodate it because it's Las Vegas. If you have to do that, then you shouldn't race there.
It wasn't just that, it was the price of everything. And those people that paid the good money for F1, FP1, and then it got cancelled because of the drain covers. And
then to fine the team and penalise them for the damage.
Yeah. Not only that, but I mean, they paid all that money and they didn't get to see anything at all. And there was no money back, nothing. It's just like, right, thanks for that.
It's a horrible track as well. It's literally just got straights.
Meanwhile, we've got qualifying happening.
Yeah, I got sucked into that a little bit.
Yeah, just a bit.
Let's go back down.
You love getting sucked in by me, Ollie. Don't laugh. Too late.
Teed that one right up.
You did, exactly.
So it didn't really happen. They were all scrubs, I'm sure. So we'll see the important ones and we'll track the important ones as we see them next come rounds. As we just see on board as McLaren got to P6 off Hayes.
Yep. Next will
J7BP.
be G7BP. Yep.
Comes around a fast couple. Sure, like I said, sure most of these tyres are scrubbed from the last runs in Q1. Looking at 116s, so yeah, probably we're sitting 115s, yep.
Or
Who is it?
hundredths of a second between J7 and Mikey. And then only another 100th up to Hound.
It's definitely a pool of these guys that are very, very similar pace.
Yeah.
I mean, there's numerous amount of these guys on track that on their day could win easily.
Yep, McLaren's number 2 driver is coming round the last corner.
There we go. That might be fresh. The time difference between P2 and P1, that would probably be fresh.
He's probably thought, I'll bang that in and then I'll just sit back for the next 10 minutes and have a cup of tea. Job done.
I mean, there's nothing gonna, you know, a good banker is all you need. And you can twist that how you want, Trevor. No, something's rattling around in your head.
No, I heard you and I chose to ignore it before I got myself in even more trouble.
Dodos is the only one on track at the moment who hasn't got a time. OTC Dreams is in the pits without setting a time. Cedric is out early in Q2, using up all of his allocation of softs, I'm sure, in this qualifying round, and rightly so. Give yourself every chance possible to get into Q3. The standboard of Dodos, we have a clear. Like getting rid of everything on screen. You can see where people breaking points, and you can see what it really looks like to be fast and hit everything that you're meant to hit. And just always interesting to ride on board with nothing on. Coming up that hill, it's just a drop of the gears, letting the coasting the car around, not lose too much speed. Wouldn't that right on the inside? Then around to the chicane. It's got those raised hump on each inside corner. Need to be careful. It will jump the car out. And then into the roller coaster sector 2. Easy to invalidate. Touching literally every apex and curve as you go around. And heavy braking into the final few corners. Carry as much speed as you can. Around the swooping left. Avoid the gutter. Open the car up and again into the right sweeping corner, avoiding that small little gutter. Power down and across the line for a 1:15.574. OC Dreams is out. Let's go on board with Cedric. Let's get the data back up. I don't think he's... No, he's not. He's not burning. He is off. He is at 100%. Such a round and fast couple of corners. They're going to be going now. The Haas is following behind. That is Vale on an out lap. Both starting a hot lap now. The only other person is OCC Dreams out as well. So we're staying on board with Cedric. The yellows were just slow moving, looking to improve. The 1:18.122. He's going to need quite a big improvement to get himself into this top 10. Down 2 gears as Sid comes up the hill. Quite trusting a car. Into the chicane. This is where you've got to avoid those inside. You're going to need to clip them a little bit, but not too much to offset the car. And into this sector 2, which you need to try and keep the speed. It feels slow sometimes, but sometimes slow is better around these intricate corners. He caught a little bit too much of the inside curve there. It nearly threw him. And it's quite deep into that corner there. It is a tough one to call tonight indeed. Barry literally just said, Sid diving into pits, not happy with that time. We literally said anyone in that top 7 as it stands now, and including a couple of others as well below that, are capable of on their day of putting it on pole or taking a race win.
Matt's not one of them, so.
No, I was very clever. I said a few, selected few, but up behind.
I just wanted to clarify for anybody listening.
Any new people there?
I know Barry loves a good comment from me about Matt on Wednesday nights.
Scootex P2. We will just say, as Barry is in the chat as well, I just reminded my head. If anyone is watching and they are watching this back, fancy a race on a Wednesday, VRNL are doing a good job and just looking for a couple of extra drivers just to boost a little bit on the grid side, so head on over to there or drop one of us admins a shout or anyone in the Discord and we will point you in the right direction.
OTC Dreams went to P4.
Hound just starting.
So, I would say, yeah, everybody from Maestro down really is gonna. Yeah, well, they are all coming out again.
Yeah, that's what I say. We're going to see a bit of an influx now of drivers coming out of that pit. Sector 1 is busy. Plenty of time though. There's 2 minutes left, so they've got time to just keep their gap from each other. That was Dodo's tied in P3, happy with a 1:15.5. That will see him comfortably in, I'm sure, to Q3 as we're on board with Hound, looking to improve the 1:16.095. To get a lovely aerial shot as it comes fast. Last couple of corners.
Scootex also retires from P2.
Yeah, I think a comfortable cut off by the looks of it is going to be a 16.1 probably.
Yeah.
Hound into the 15 in 15s with 15.558. Comfortable time. The rest of the guys are going to see hot laps now, triggering very, very quickly. But we will stay on board with this is our midfield maestro. Aston Martin reservist this week.
Up by 2.5 tenths through sector 2.
He's already 16.550 with his first attempt. They were probably on the scrubs. He comes round, probably on the fresh. Should be looking to improve. He is going to improve, and it's going to put him. We're keeping P8, I think, or was that putting P8?
Put him P8. He was just below Vale, so he's just past Vale.
Who is next? Is that not? It is Mikey. Mikey is ahead. Round the final corner. Definitely going to be improving from Mikey. It is P5, nearly over 3.5 temps up. Now we're going to get thick and fast. Oh, Raza is invalidating. He's in the pits. Cedric is being very closely followed by Matt. Oh, did Matt invalidate? Went very wide. Oh, no, P14 and 13. That Ferrari's coming in. Can blitz. What can he do? P11.
Hayes is just coming around the last corner now, and he was
Hayes is going to be
improving.
tight. Oh, P7. He improves by a second. It's
Yeah.
a great lap from Hayes. That puts him safely into Q3. Midfield Maestro, I believe he is on the go slow now as he's looking to come in. He is. So unfortunately that means we lose Midfield Maestro, Blitz, Razor Gamer, Matt and Cedric from Q2.
I'd say looking at those times we could see a little battle with Matt and Cedric again.
Yeah, literally, Sid's just put in there. Matt has beat me by 0.001. JT Blitz caught the curb on the exit of the last corner on the start of my lap. So, unlucky for the guys that we lose in Q2. We'll take a short break and we'll be back in a minute. Welcome back to Q3. We are in for the top 10 shootout now. 12 minutes of Q3 for this top 10 drivers to show what they're all about. Predictions from you, Trev. Give us one for the poll.
Poll.
I mean, it's probably quite easy, I think.
I know. It's just, I mean, I hate to be yawn best scoring, but I think it's going to be Kenyans.
Yeah. I'm going to say Hayes. No, I'm joking. It's going to be Kenyan. That's no disrespect to Hayes whatsoever. We just know what Kenyan's pace is. I think it will be close, though. I mean, I think he finished P1 and he had one attempt.
Yeah.
Like I said, on their day, any of these top 10, they're capable of putting a lap of their life. Oh, we've got Kenyans left the session as we've just predicted him to be on P1. Has he got another power cut?
I was going to say, surely not.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Ken has been disqualified for the session for parked on a dangerous location.
Well, I take it back. It's not going to be Kenyan.
Oh, I can't. That's like the ultimate commentator's curse.
Yeah. So, Hayes, you said, wasn't it?
Well, and maybe that's why. There we go. Now it's more of a difficult prediction. Now give me one.
G7 VP.
I'm going to go with Dodos. Yeah, it has bummed again. That is 2 weeks in a row. Last week was a power cut, and this time, I don't know. Don't know if he has to go and plug in a new jacket potato. It's be infuriating.
Pound has invalidated.
It has. Fail. 15-7-9-7. Mikey's also invalidated. Skutek's final corner. Opening up the power. 116-1. These might be scrubs as well. I'm not sure. Hayes is P3. 116-8. And he's pushed down by J7, who's 15-4-9-6. Mikey will be going again, and so will Hound, who's further ahead. I've been told his internet has gone.
Oh.
Fortunately, it led to a DSQ on track, so he must have been on track somewhere. I didn't see him on track. The goat has no luck recently. No, he's
No, when I
recently.
went on board with Hound, when I was actually invalidated, I did see what looked to me like a ghosting McLaren going round.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. You would have thought just the AI would have just taken over if he was out on track. Strange one, but either way, he has been DSQ. So Kenyon will start at worst P10. So Mikey comes around the final corner after an invalidated first attempt. It is P2. OTC Dreams. OTC Dreams, new fastest lap, just knocking down J7BP.
Yep, 500ths of a second.
Who has? We're saying Water Dodos again. He's on his out lap, just about to start. Coming up the hill, just open up the car as much as you can. Comes round the chicane, doesn't touch any of the inside curves. It was beautifully taken.
There we are, P1.
P1 for Dodos by just over what, 10th and a half, or just under a 10th and a half.
I think we do have to give a shout out, some credit to Kenyon for 2 weeks in a row trying to make it more interesting. So everybody will be back in the pits and banging on the last set of fresh softs if they have them. Reset, recharge, go again.
Couple of
Mikey
drivers
and
out.
Mikey and Vale are already on their outlaps.
Excuse me. So hopefully we will get Kenyon back in for the start of this race.
Hopefully.
Kenyon's going to start throwing hands.
Well,
Might do with his internet provider.
I was going to say, yeah, he can throw them with his internet provider, but not with us. Also, I'm probably safer than you are. I'm a lot further away.
To be fair, we're all relatively safe. It's just like a gentle breeze. It'll be fine. So yeah, here we go. It is Vale now. Is this going to be his last attempt? He's invalidated. If he turns off now, he's got time. He has invalidated up the hill. Now got Mikey just coming behind him round the chicane. Yellows are for slow moving. Mikey using all that track in sector 2. That said, it's like a roller coaster, getting these corners right. Utilising all of the track when you can. Opening up the car, keeping that power down. Like a good sector 2. He is improving by 2 tenths, which will be enough as it stands probably for P1. He's right on the limit though, track. Comes round the final corner. Mikey looking to put it on a provisional P1. He is. It is provisional
clear.
P1. Vale looks like he's rebuilt nearly all of his ARS. He's now on his final attempt. I've just been informed that Kenya's internet is back.
Good.
Vale up the hill. He can validate here last lap round. Can he avoid it? Drop of the curb and keeps it in track limits this time. A little bit deep into the first corner on the chicane. So a little bit of traffic from an Alfa Romeo ahead. That will be Mikey, but Mikey will pull over to the side. So we now have more traffic ahead. He's got quite a few drivers pulling over very respectfully. Drivers ahead should be keeping themselves out as they start their hot lap. Final corner for Vale. 15.462 is enough for P4. Who have we got ahead? It's Hound is improving as it stands, is 7 tenths into the final corner. And we have a new provisional P1 15.067. Dodo's just starting, so let's try and work out who we've got. It will be Hayes. He's slow. Hayes is... that's it for him.
Yep.
Skutex coming towards the end of sector 2. Not a good Q3 for the McLaren boys. Skutex around the final corner. Looking like a good time. 15.364. That was Night Owl. OTC Dreams has invalidated. I think it might all be down. Where is Mikey? Can it be? No, it's P2 for Mikey. Hound is a slow, go slow. So we all down to the mighty Dodos. It's a slight improvement. Yeah, oh, he kicks the car out as it comes around the second to last corner. Round the final corner. And it is not an improvement, but it completes the top 3 for Dodos. Hound, Mikey and Dodos are your top 3 drivers.
So neither of us were right. We might as well go home. We might as well go home. We're rubbish at this.
That's good night from me and Trev.
Yeah, good night. Enjoy the race, everybody.
We're going to go play some golf.
Yeah, exactly.
No, we will stay. We're not hurt. We will stay.
Hang on. Well, I better put the F1 back on there. Yeah, sorry, I was away.
So as we see that, it is Hound, Mikey, Dodos who complete your top 3. Followed by Skutex Dreams, Vale, Jason, VP, Night Owl and the McLaren boys from Hayes, and unfortunate internet disconnect from our current champion. We will take a few minutes break. Please do not ready up as per usual, and we will see you in a few.
We're live on the outskirts of the capital, Budapest, at a track that's extremely popular with both the fans and our drivers. I'm talking, of course, about the Hungaroring, and we're about to begin the Hungarian Grand Prix. We're northeast of Budapest for today's race at the 2.7-mile Hungaroring circuit. 14 corners here, 8 to the right and 6 to the left, on a track where downforce is king and passing is notoriously difficult.
Welcome back to the race. We are just on the start of the formation lap, and we will have a quick look through the tyre strategies selected by our drivers. Hound's taking the lead. There is at the back, surprisingly, quite a well. I don't know. I find more people at the back now have a tendency to go for the softs. It's annoying that you just don't get the information as you're a spectator.
Yeah, Hound is only one of the front runners really to be on the mediums. Everybody else on the hards until you get down to J7BP.
Yeah, not be a bad shout for Hound because he's looking to use that medium compound at the beginning, try and get away from the rest of the pack. We'll obviously get dragged in a little bit later on in the stages, but we'll be fresher towards the end. You know, they're both good strategies. Obviously, they're beneficial in the beginning, beneficial at the end. Some prefer to do that medium stint at the end, or the hard stint in the end, with less fuel, because it actually prolongs the life of the tyre with less fuel on board. But it's the same for every tyre. The softs will be interesting to see what they could do. One stop if you stretch them. We saw last week the softs went nearly 15 laps. But we shall see, as we're just waiting for the drivers to come around the final corner, get themselves lined up nicely on the grid. It's a long run into turn 1. So we're going to stay on board, I think. Cedric. And Rubber. Well, we're going to stay on board with Dodos in P3. P3 is normally a place they say is a good qualifying position around here. As we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. Round 8 is underway. All coming down fairly, very minimal movements at the moment as an Alpine cuts in between the Mercedes and the Williams, as the Alpine's sticking on the inside. It's got the inside of Mercedes. Dreams has got ahead of Dodos. just looking as they're all side by side as they go down the hill, and Dodos goes back down, so we're
all clear through.
Oh.
There was a bit of wheel banging through turn 1, but nothing that was overly major. So yes, we seem to have got all away clean.
Yep, Kenyon up 2 places after starting P10. We go into the very hard overtaking part of the track now. You go into the Sector 2 roller coaster section. Midfield Maestro is just a little bit of a gap, a little bit out of the salt in Sector 2. It's slowing up the rest of the pack. We're forming a little bit of a gap already. Over 1 second.
Well, we thought that's what he would try and do on the mediums. Get out of that DRS.
Oh, we got contact between Blitz and that is Hayes. It looked like Blitz left his nose in a little bit there.
Well, they both stayed out, so I'm assuming
No, Mac,
neither
welcome to the chat.
neither got damage.
Maybe Blitz may have got some slight wing end plate damage there.
It's left his parked firmly at the back, though.
It has. It's rubber duck. He is looking at Room Master. He's just a little bit out of the corner there. Not got enough to challenge just yet, but it's early on in this race. The pack is still fairly close, all in Sector 1. Hayes won't struggle too much to catch the back of this pack. He already has done. He's got a hard strategy as well. That won't change that too much.
Both Kenyon and Maestro up 2 positions, as are Reams and J7DP.
Yeah. So it's one of those tracks that's very hard to overtake around here unless you're in DRS down that straight, which we will see be activated this lap, but we won't see it until we get the next one round. There is 2 DRS sections here. Long straight, which is absolutely crucial, and some called overpowered. Not activated this lap, but you will see activation. I believe you won't see it here. You will see it next time round.
Sitters up the inside of Jono at the back, and he gets that done. But Jono does the flipper flopper.
Yes, Jono's got a little bit better on the exit. Got better power and traction out of the corners. The mediums are there, but Jono went a little bit deep. It lets Sid in, but Sid decided better against it. He's going to need to try and get past all these two because they're already 2.3 off the back of the Alfa Romeo of Blitz.
And you're sort of stuck behind Skutex. You can guarantee that the Scotsman is not going to make this easy.
No, absolutely not. And why would you?
So down to Kenyon from Mikey. They've now opened up a gap of nearly 2 seconds on Maestro.
Yeah, Hound is doing exactly what I thought he would do. Those mediums. Oh, that is Blitz round the final corner. He is going again. I'm not sure if he's got any wing though. It's very hard to tell on the Alfa Romeo. He has got wing.
Yeah, I do that all the time with it.
It's very hard, and the Williams do that because they're black ones, and it just blends in. But yeah, it's now 2.1 Hound. He's just doing what he was meant to do from the race. It's going perfectly for him at the moment. And then we got that pack down basically all the way to P9, where the gap is.
Cedric did get the move done on John at that time.
No, he did, absolutely, but it's 3 seconds away. He's gonna needs to try and get himself back on the end of Matt.
Nobody wants to be on the end of Matt.
No, it was a very weird sentence when I said it.
It sounded right in your head, just not out loud.
I think anyone. I don't think I'll try not to say that ever again.
Please don't.
He's got 3 seconds to make up. Needs to get that done, otherwise he will be a bit of a sitting duck if he's actually dropped Jono, which is very good for him. Hayes is close now. DRS is open for Hayes. No DRS for Jono. Hayes doesn't look close enough for the time being. He's not, but he's looking down the inside. He makes the move known and gets it done. That's good racing by the pair of them. Jono sees his move coming as well. We have like 3 different packs at the moment to all keep an eye on.
Yep, Dodos and J7 are having quite the battle up near the front.
Just trying to keep an eye on the closest times. There's a lot of softs in the mix of this as well. The mediums doing their jobs out in front and also doing their job in the middle of the pack of JB7P5. It's always interesting to see when we see that changeover of that more dominant tyre. Remus doing a half decent job to keep pack as well. To go back to... they're just not close enough at the moment. OTC Dreams is not close enough to Mikey, even with DRS. Mikey doing a good job to keep him at bay.
Is there battling, banding the gap to Hound though?
At the moment they're being fairly sensible. They're not battling too much that's going to hurt their time. And Dreams looks a little bit stronger through sector 2.
Yeah.
Mikey just seems to have a better exit onto the DRS straight. At the moment Hound has had a very, very solid start to this race, and at the moment is executing it perfectly.
He's just got the move done on Jono at the back, and he is now 1.5 seconds.
So yeah, it's just not. James is not close enough to Mikey at the moment. Mikey seems to have a little bit better getting the power down, which gives him a chance just to stay ahead before DRS ends. But they have dragged Hound back in by half a second.
Yeah.
Is this be very, very early if we saw the changeover?
Brewmaster picks up the first time penalty.
It'll be very, very early in this race if we already see a changeover from mediums to hards, but they're definitely reeling him in. Yeah, they are definitely reeling him in. It's been nearly a second in just over a lap. Then I picks up a 3 down in P17. Hayes is just out of DRS of Sidric. The Sidric is now 5 seconds away from P14. Oh, where we go? Oh, Bosch! Rubber duck is off into the wall. Wheel has gone. That is calling out the first safety car.
That's
I'm not sure what's gone on there.
Perfectly for Sidric, because he was just coming round towards the pit entry, and he has dived into the pits to get those soft tyres off.
Just went on board with Rubber Duck as he was veering off into the wall. I don't know if he caught too much curb grass, but that car would not turn.
So Matt is the only soft runner that didn't manage to dive into the pits.
No, he was just too far ahead.
Yep. Victim of his own success. It's what he deserves.
So we'll see the majority pits now. Hound will go on to hards, I'm sure, unless they're electing to go for a short middle stint of softs. But you'll definitely see probably Mikey and the hard runners all go on to mediums.
Well, the three at the very back have actually went on the mediums from the softs. So they will have to stop again, I would think.
Yeah, on the mediums you would have to, I would thought. Oh, it's J7's Nick's Dodos in the pits. He's actually got himself ahead on the pit line.
I didn't think that was even possible.
You can do it if there's normally a wide enough pit. There's nothing technically legal against it, as long as they don't break the speed limit, and they didn't.
Yep.
But it's worked. It's risky, but it's worked.
I didn't think the pit entry was that wide.
It opens up at Hungary. You find it's quite skinny, and then about 15 yards before the actual line it starts to open up. There's definitely the opportunity to do it there. A lot, you don't really see it too much. You see it more at a higher level. I never think about it. I don't like personally doing it. I just think that's a little bit off the cuff, shall you say, you know.
It's rude. It's rude.
But there's nothing officially illegal against it.
Nope.
It's still technically part of the racetrack. It's when you cross the line that it becomes the pit. So anyway, so we do have hards from hounds, mediums all the way down J7BP. So it's a swap of tyre compounds and strategies. The hards to the mediums and the mediums to the hards. No softs on site. Safety car is in this lap.
So I'm slightly confused because before the pit stops,
Yes.
Scootex was ahead of Kenyan. Scootex is now behind Kenyan.
He is.
I don't know how that's happened. Oh, everybody's come to a standstill.
Yep. Hound is leading this race. As long as you keep a constant speed that is acceptable. He is now gone. Mikey's done an okay job keeping with him. J7 is now, he was close but he's not close enough. Dodos is staying in front. Night Owl, Scootex all side by side. You have Tarry, Mercedes, Williams and Aston Martin are side by side. Jono is up into P10, yet to pit. He is going to feel absolutely swamped on his old tyre compound. As midfield marshal goes a little bit wide. Matt is now next on Jono. It is a brave call not to pit round here this early in the race. Obviously favourable to stick on his preferred strategy. As even Matt looks absolutely rapid. Remaster and Hayes had a little bit of a wheel bang in there. Hayes actually just trying to correct the car on the straight. Mikey picks up this new fastest all over. These are fresh compound now, taking up into P7. Matt is burning a little bit to get past Jono, but Jono is staying there. Matt is alongside enough. He will take the inside line.
Oh, Jono's got cars either side of him now.
Yep. Hayes is taking the inside. Hayes will brake later, into that. So the Alpine will take the inside now as well. Jono's doing well, to be fair. That was good driving by, I would say, most of them there. If not all of them, they got round with hardly any touch in there. Now Blitz and Cedric are on the back of Jono as well. Let's just go back up to Skutex and Raza having a go at it. Skutex pulls out alongside. He's going to take the inside. Raza went a little bit deep. Skutex has got it inside. Raza left that door open. He went a little bit deep. DRS has enabled this lap. Kenyon picking up time after time with the fastest laps. There is already a gap, even after what, three laps after the safety car, of 4.6 from Skutex to Kenyon.
Either Blitz or Cedric managed to get past John on the straight.
Oh, Blitz has got past him now, has he? Yeah. Was that up the hill?
Yep, it was.
Now Cedric's turn. Is Cedric going to do it? Oh, I thought he might try it down here so he had the power on the exit.
Stuck behind him in the worst part of the circuit again.
Absolutely feels like he's losing time. He's trying it around the outside. Go on, sis, stick your neck up. Get the move done. Well done. Oh, there's contact between the pair. Oh, I think Jono's lost his wing, sorry. He's rear-ended Cedric there. After Sid got the move done.
Yeah,
Jono will be coming in here. That's unfortunate from the pair. Lucky and well done to Sid for keeping that out of the wall. For a split second it looked like he was going into the wall. Hopefully he hasn't picked up any rear wing damage. Let's go back to it now. Hayes is past Matt up into P12. They've now got 1.5 second work to do to get in touch with the Aston Martin driver of Midfield Maestro. Skutex is 4.1 now away. He's doing a little bit of a better job now. He's clearing air behind. It looks like, is it me or is it just getting very, very overcast?
It's
gloomy.
Yes, it's. Sorry, I'll try and cheer up a bit. It's definitely duller than it was at the start of the race, without a doubt. Now, can Mikey get the job done on Hound this time down the straight? You've got to think he will do. The Hound did get an excellent exit there.
Mikey's catching up speed now.
Yep. And that's the job done.
Yeah, it will be job done. Double DRS for Mikey will keep him ahead into turn 2.
Dreams thought about going up the inside.
Dreams is looking, yeah, you have to time that move correctly and perfectly round here.
I think the corner would have just been too tight for him there to pull that off.
Remaster, I think it's another 3 for Remaster. Did he pick up the first 3?
I think he did. Skutex has brought that gap down to 3 seconds now.
He has indeed. Dreams is looking now at Hounds. They're not close enough to Mikey. Mikey's doing a good job to keep himself out of trouble. He's still in DRS, but he's far enough ahead to stay out of it. He's going to have to do it all again this lap round. Hound also keeps himself ahead. Yeah, 3.2 for Skutex. It was
Yeah, I'm just
5
wondering if
and 4.
he
It's in
maybe
good
had a
shot.
moment that I missed previously, and that was why.
Razza! And it looked like Razza was going then. He nearly got caught by midfield Maestro, but he's kept it and stayed ahead. Oh dear, Razza's having moments. He's struggling to keep that car within track limits every time I've seen it. Night Owl is out, flashing rear light of Night Owl as we approach the halfway point of season 4.
Hey, nearly.
I believe
Two
what,
laps to go yet.
17 and a half, is it?
Yeah, 17, halfway
Officially?
around lap 17. Yeah. I forgot to bring the party poppers.
Ah, shocking.
Got me a nip down the offie for some champagne.
Go and get a bottle of, what is it, Brute champagne, is it? The old school.
Yeah. Really on afford Prosecco. It's fizzy. Does the same thing, surely.
Like to think as Hayes is down the inside of Night Owl, he's going to get a little bit pairer. He is. He's got better exit, better traction. And he's ahead up into P11. Sidrick now is, fortunately for him, driving a little bit of a lonely race. He's got 7 seconds to make up to P15, which is Blitz, who's also just picked up a 3, so it could be a little bit more of an incentive to Siv now to get his boot down, try and get in that time gap.
J7BP has just fallen out with ER. He's maybe just pulled it back in time, is he? He definitely was. Yep, he did get it. He was out with it, but... Oh, who's gone? Sid!
Oh,
No!
Sid, you've gone! No, it's not on the right. Oh, dear. I think are we going to have to do it to him? I think we're going to have to do it to him, Trev.
Sorry?
He's going to have the mat, isn't he?
Yeah.
See me, yeah?
Dickhead. Testers. Absolute testers.
What happened, Sid? I don't think either of us were on with you, so I have no idea.
No,
what
I was,
occurred?
but I was looking down at the screen and then he was in the wall. As he brings out the second safety car now. Absolute testes.
Yeah, we know showing off to the
Unfortunate for
kids this week, Sid.
The highs of last week
Yeah.
to the lows of this week. The kids were right. What did they say? Even my boy came in and said something about your car, to be honest, about it flying in the air.
No surprises. Everybody's pitting.
Everybody will pit. Would you like to join?
Do you know what this is? Do you know what Sid's gone and done here? He's made us miss the halfway point of the race because we're too busy.
Yes.
Yeah. God, Sid, what is wrong with you, man?
Absolute halfway point
Point
of
of
this
the
race was
the race
Sid
and the
bidding it
season.
into the wall.
It's such
Literally.
celebrations planned as well.
Maybe that was a celebration. Maybe that's why he done it. Well done, Sid. The celebration
Yeah,
of you putting into the
exactly.
wall.
Sid with a celebratory DNF.
I'll guessing it was just a complete lack coming down the hill. Excuse me.
So, everybody bar Jono is on the mediums, so this has definitely evened out the field completely.
Medium should go to the ends fairly comfortably. Hards will definitely go to the end. Yes, if you want to join us, Sid, in the comms box, please let us know. I will send you an invite.
He'll be watching the golf. He's not want to join us.
No, he's even watching the golf. No, he hasn't left the session, to be fair. I thought he was going to be playing something else. He'll help Matt out, I think, if that's possible. No, to be fair to him, Matt's done a good job so far. I happen to be 12. I've done a bad job so far at all. Up a couple of positions and sort of maintaining it.
I'd rather reserve comment than agree with that, frankly.
Should see safety car in this lap.
Well, Blitz has disproved Scutex's prediction. He has lasted beyond first two rounds of pit. Yeah, first 2 rounds of pit stops.
Not doing a bad job so far. Safety car is in this lap. Mikey is leading it this time round.
Oh, still a lot of cars coming to dead halts though. Dodos,
J7. Oh, is that just heavy braking maybe? I mean...
Well, I saw everybody suddenly coming to a stop again.
The thing is it's a safety car restart. There's a point where we know the safety car is always going to slow the rest of the pack down.
Yeah.
It's not catching anyone off guard because everyone's the same. I believe it's normally very, very tight, to be fair, and I don't like the way it does slow the whole grid down that much. But it shouldn't really come as a surprise. Unfortunate for these guys, or for Dodos. I think we've all done that. We've all hit someone under the safety car restart.
Well, I don't want to tittle tattle, but in my increasing point days with Dodos as my teammate, Dodos did smash into the back at me under the safety car on the second last corner round here on this very track. I remember going, what the fuck, as somebody smashed me into the wall, and then I realised it was my teammate, so I stopped shouting. I just sucked it up and took it. Nope, don't say it.
We're all human.
Don't
No sucking.
Yeah, no.
It's a banned word from the stream from now on. Definitely involves that word and Matt.
Yeah. Sucker, that's allowed when it comes to Matt. That's allowed. Right,
Dreams is pushing Mikey all the way around that safety car restart. Hound is very close, but he's picked up a 3, has he? I never saw that 3 picked up. No, he's picked up a 5.
Okay, I don't know when he picked up a 5. I never saw that either.
J7 and Dodo's side by side. J7, he's got the inside. Dodo's looking around the outside. We've got a nice heli view. Both squeezing side by side going up the hill. One will have to heat. Dodo's is slightly ahead. And J7 does heat position. It's probably the sensible thing to do. That was good racing by the pair.
I just checked the race director. Hound also got a 5 seconds for severe collision with J7BP. So, something has happened. And somehow, J7BP is the only one that's not got one. Yeah, one was in front of him and one was behind him, and he got one sandwiched. Yeah, basically.
How unfortunate. DRS is enabled once again as we start lap 22 of 35. Dodo's is...
Oh, Vale's just got
that? Vale and J7 having an absolute... It's not moment, I would say, but Vale made the attempt, got it done.
Yep.
Couldn't say if it was late or not. I just saw the aftermath.
No, it was perfectly legal. I was on board as it happened. Kenyon will be desperate to get this done now as well.
One person we haven't mentioned too much about so far. We sort of sat around P8, P7 since the race start, from gaining 2 places from P10.
Yep.
As he's now going to be the next one to apply pressure to J7.
Dodo's been the first car out with DRS, is going to be coming under all kinds of pressure as well soon.
Come under a lot of pressure. Like you say, Vale is going to be the one. There's like Kenyon going up the inside.
Yep.
J7's got a little bit extra power just to keep it. Oh, Kenyon.
It was close. Oh, Skutex right up the back of Kenyon there as well. Some good racing going on here.
As this is just leaving J7 a little bit out of touch with the guys that are just further ahead. One thing he doesn't want to do is lose the DRS. It will be very, very hard to get that back. Definitely with someone like Kenyon and Skutex breathing down your neck.
Yeah. Night Owl is the next to keep dipping in and out of it. I think Night Owl's lost it now as well, so he could be under.
It will be Kenyon for an easy move with DRS going into turn 1 as he overtakes up into P6 on J7. He is out of flashing ERS though, Kenyon.
Yeah, there's a few drivers that are fairly low on their lights flashing already.
We go back down the rest of the field. Razza's quite close up in P9. There's a little 1.5 second gap from Night Owl and Razza. Midfield Maestro's trying his best to keep up with Night Owl. There's a 1.8 from Hayes. Hayes, Blitz, Remaster and Johnny. Johnny 6 seconds off the pace.
Dodos? Beg your pardon.
Dodos!
Dodos has got himself back within the DRS. He must have put in a blinding lap to get back in it.
He's now going to keep
help him defend from Vale.
No ERS for Dodos. Vale sitting at 32%.
Kenyon's fallen way back.
Yes, he's probably now going to get increased pressure from the guys behind all the time they set in that ERS, so he's going to have to go into defensive mode.
Yep.
Midfield Maestro picks up a 3. Kenny, yep, just slips in and out of 2 seconds. Where are we? 2.1. Kenyon now. He's gonna come under a lot of pressure now, I think, from J7 and Scootex. Might be something we go back to after this, as most of these guys are just a little bit too far ahead. It's a big enough gap to keep these guys separate. As Scootex is down the inside of J7. J7 is good on the exit. Round turn 1, keeps the inside. Scootex looking round to hang it round the outside. Will take the inside going up the hill. Will do. There's a little bit of contact between the pair. As there's contact again between the pair, but it's one of those corners where two are very, very rarely become one. Now J7 will have Razza for company as well. Definitely not out of it. Needs to keep pace of it.
That's taking the pressure off Kenyon a bit.
Yeah, literally about to say 1.1 off of Kenyon now. It's exactly what Kenyon will be wanting. Unless Scootex can get himself back in with DRS. As I come up to the detection point now, I think he's just out of it. He is. J7.8 away. Hound and Vale going side by side. Vale is at a moment on the power, a little bit of a wobble of the car.
Meanwhile, Hayes got past Night Owl on the main straight with the DRS. And he'll start chasing down Maestro.
Hound is so. Oh, Vale's gone wide. What happened there? He had a moment, went left the track, kept it going though, out of the wall. Doesn't lose any position, but he's left himself a little bit short on Dodo's time now. Now letting Kenyon in. Kenyon down to nearly under a second. Oh, we got Rumas gone. It's a safety car.
Oh. 8 laps to go. 5 by the time the safety car comes in.
And we are getting late pitters now. Everyone will pit.
Yep.
Any other way you will lose out. Oh, people going really close. Unfortunately for Dodos.
Yep.
And Hound, they're going to serve their 5 seconds.
Exactly. It's going to drop them right down the field.
It's going to hurt. But as per rules, you can serve your 5 seconds. That will be that. It has been served. It has been cancelled out. Kenyon has somehow, the gods of F1 again has shines the light on Kenyon. Still managed to find himself into P3. He might not get luck with his internet, but sometimes I think the luck falls on his lap around some of these tracks. Even when he's having a bad race, you go, oh, there's Kenyon. So Mikey is leading us round once again. As I think it will be 5 racing laps left by the time safety car restarts, if it's minimum.
It's alright. I only said it a minute ago. But don't worry about it, Ollie. We're alright. We're
Did
good,
you?
man. We're good. I did. I said it. I said 8 laps left. It'll be 5 left of racing once the safety car goes in. But we're all good, mate. Don't you worry.
Like a goldfish. Forget 3 seconds in.
It's alright. I'm used to my wife not listening to me either. It's okay. Don't panic.
You didn't say that. I'm going to pretend now. Let's start how the conversation goes. You never told me.
Yeah. No, to be fair, it's usually me that does that, and then she'll start telling me the full story. I go, "Oh yeah, well, you did." But then, to be fair, I do that with you guys as well. It's an age thing. Trust me.
It's a shocking. Always been a bad memory.
Yeah. Me being Generation X, we're the ones that are now getting old, and I must say I'm not taking to it very well. I mean, when you hear music that was out when I was in my 20s and it's now been classed as classic rock, you're like, wait, what? No, I don't think so. It's just an
I
insult.
just the other day we were going through songs.
Dodo's is back in the pits. That's
Why is
strange.
he back in the pits?
I do not
Has he
know.
got damage?
He's put mediums on.
He's getting a new wing.
Oh, he is.
Something's
must have
happened.
missed
Even they
that.
didn't change his wing.
Oh, no.
And yeah, they might not have changed his wing on the first time round. We've all been there.
I wonder whether
Thank you
he'll...
for the subscription with Prime Known Mac. Much appreciated.
Thank you for that. I think we'll probably see Dodo's come back in and wait time.
Do you reckon? I think he'll just stay on mediums now.
Maybe.
He'll lose a lot of time if safety car comes in this lap, which it should.
Yeah, well,
do.
that's true. Yeah, it should be this lap. So
Yeah, absolutely. I think he will just unfortunately stick with those mediums.
he's also
and
going very slowly. Incredibly slowly. He's doing 70 miles an hour. I'm somewhat confused with this.
Will we see the safety car in this lap? If we do, it will be a late call. Obviously not. The safety car will remain out. I'm pretty sure it will be on this lap.
Yep, Dodo's dives back into the pits. He's gonna have to go something to catch it before the end.
Yeah, it will come in this lap regardless now.
I'm not saying it's been a good race, but I mean, I have had the golf on at the side of me and I've not once looked at the screen. I've no idea what's going on. Weirdly though, McElroy is not winning, which is a disappointment.
Weirdly, don't think he was ever tipped to win, was he? He's not gone into it in great form at all.
Oh, I know, but you know how it is, because it's only Grand Slam he's not won every year. It's like, well,
He comes out publicly and says he hates it though, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He hates Augusta.
You know somebody like that, don't you? Ollie?
I think I know a few people like that, you more specifically, but there's definitely a few out there.
Definitely me. Safety car is in this lap. Those should catch. Yep, and he will. He's caught the back of them.
As we have Mikey leading. Last time he went early-ish, sitting around at 40 miles an hour, keeping it fairly consistent. Again, no law about as long as you keep a consistent pace.
Yeah. I'm just looking down, there was a lot of cars getting very close to each other again there, but I think we're okay this time.
He has gone. He sort of led up to that a little bit, which I think has let Vale know where he goes.
So, 4 flat out laps to go.
On softs. That is, was that J7 and Scootex? I saw 2 cars side by side, couldn't keep up with who it was. OTC Dreams is so close to the back of J7, it's unreal. They've already lost a second to the pair behind.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, normally J7 has got pits, but maybe he just does not like this track.
That's the thing, being a fast driver means you can be consistent and fast as much as you like, but there's always going to be preferences of tracks that you don't like and you don't feel good at. Spa's mine. Not saying I'm fast or consistent at all, by the way, but it's one of those tracks that I never ever do well at. Mikey, new fastest lap. Hounding beats that fastest lap as Hound is now looking down the inside of not J7. Dreams, they come very close, no contact. Dreams is sticking it round the outside.
A sentence I never thought I'd say, but Matt was battling with Dodos, which has got the overtake done. He's now 2.5 seconds behind Blitz. So, yes, in the long run, that 5 seconds...
Who's that?
Who's what?
Midfield Maestro went absolutely sightseeing.
Yep, he still is.
Absolutely sightseeing.
This is not boding well for tomorrow night with my 2 drivers, really, is it?
Is that Maestro and Dodos?
Yeah. So Williams are just not going to turn up tomorrow night, I've decided.
Have a night off.
Yeah, save ourselves the shame.
Again, yeah, some tracks just can't like them all. You can't be good at them all.
DRS enabled.
So we will get 2 racing laps with DRS.
Is Mikey going to be able to hold on to this? It will not be easy.
It will not going in down that long straight as Matt is down now in P15. Jono gets past up into P14. Oh, they're not going side by side on the hill. No, Matt. Oh, beautiful move from Matt. Gave it the absolute flip-flop of dreams up the hill and down the inside.
I want to hear of it. J7BP must have heard what I said. He's now closed the gap up to under half a second to Scootex.
Only penalties that will affect anything are lower down the table in P11, P13 and P15.
Mikey trying to break the...
Yeah, oh, little bit of contact between the pair, between Mikey and Vale. As we go on to the penultimate lap, lap 34, lap 35. We have a close field. We will stand board of these top guys now as they're all fighting for those podium positions. Kenya's up 7 places, Vale up 4, Mikey is up 1. Skutek started P4 and is remaining P4. Razza doing a good job. He's up 5 places into P8. All or nothing now. All or nothing for Vale. Can he take the lead? Going into turn 1. He's now going to take the inside. Oh, again, he's been rear-ended by Skutex. And Vale's at a moment. Can't get the power down. Oh, dear. We've had Skutex go.
Jono's got back
has had an
past
absolute massive off. It looked like he got caught up in the movement from the front, rear-ended a driver, or not rear-ended, but hit the back of a driver.
And lo and behold, Kenyans in P2.
It's unfortunate from Vale, who's up into P1. It looked like he got the power down a little bit too early. He had to fight the car
The
to get it straight
J7BP
again.
Cup and that, he's dropped right down to 11.
Yeah, I think he did.
Oh,
So OTT Dreams picked
second.
up 3 as well. That's going to hurt this late on in the race.
Oh, J7BP's got no wing at all.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. I don't know if there was movements.
Oh,
OTC Dreams has gone that late on in the race. That's just suicidal with points available. Mikey takes the win. Round 8. Round Hungary takes the win. Kenyan up 8 places into P2. Vale P3.
What a bizarre last lap.
Yeah, the last lap was a little bit weird. But I actually thoroughly enjoyed the race. I thought there was some good news.
Yeah.
It was a four round Hungary as well, which can sometimes be very restrictive. It was a good race.
Yep, nope, fully agree.
But Mikey takes the win. Pretty much commanding performance from Mikey after, I think, the second safety car. Led from then. Kenyan after starting P10 after internet dropout up into P2. Vale will take P3, I think, from P5 on the grid. Thank you, Known Mac. It was a good race. Some good moves. Unfortunate instance towards the end of the race by some. But can you please get the top face director, Mr.
I am just doing it. Yep.
So Mikey takes the win in P1, followed by Kenyan and Vale to complete the top 3. Hound P4, Razza P5, Hayes P6, Night Owl P7, Dodo's 8, Blitz 9, the Midfield Maestro complete the top 10, J7 BP in P11, 12 is Matt, Jono is 13, OTC Dreams, Skutex, Remaster, Sidric and Rabaduck are DNFs. Unfortunately, the Skutex J7 on the final lap. So that concludes round 8 Hungary. Please join us tomorrow for Trev and Sidric on comms. As we race round Hungary in the round 8 for Realistic Tier. So please join us then, and thank you very much for watching.
Bye now.